This is the basic model of state estimation. Here you see what is the measurements are done. In the power system, what are the various measurements? P, Q of all the buses, injected power of and reactive power of all the buses. Then voltage, current, power angle, load, active and reactive power, what is the frequency. These are the input measurements which are done from here. Then depending upon what type of processor you are using, whether least square method, which method you are preferring, least square method or state estimate, that standard deviation method, we perform the state estimation. Before the performing the state estimation here, we see whether the system is observable or not. If it is not observable, you see, if it is not observable, it is made observable from the external signal. These are not measured values. Some values are directly taken from the system operators or generating operators, and the system is made observable. So with the help of this additional information and the measured value of information, we perform the state estimation. From the state estimation, we ultimately find what are the voltage and power angle at different buses. Voltage and power angle at different buses. If we know voltage and power angle at different buses, we know everything. Because everything, either it is a injected power, it is a power flow, it is a, and everything can be written out of, can be calculated with the help of two measurements, which two values, which is called the voltage and power angle of all the buses. Now, once we calculate voltage and angle, we see whether the system bad data is present or not. If it is a bad data, then it is again some of the information we see out of whatever measurements we have taken, we remove some one or two measurements where the error is more. Then rest of the, with the help of the rest of the measurements, we again perform the same thing, and we finally obtain voltage and angle. So this is about the state estimation, and so far we have seen the power system, or we have considered linear power system with the help of the approximation method. Now we will see if the power system is a non-linear. And you see, before going to that, you see here that we described, if you remember this is the Newton-Raphson method of solving the load flow equations. This is the do you remember this matrix?
Yes, sir.
This is the Jacobian matrix, and here these are the P2, P3, Pn are the injected power, these are the reactive power, these are the angle and voltage which we obtained. So depending upon, these are the measurements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 measurements, and if the measurements are, say, the number of measurements are, say, 20, then 20 unknowns are there. 20 known values and 20 unknown value, and we calculate this with the help of this Jacobian matrix. And this Jacobian matrix, since it is a non-linear differential, because P is the non-linear equation, P, Pn, Q, all these are non-linear equations, and these are the differentiation of non-linear equation. You see P2 and differentiation with respect to delta 2, P3 with respect to delta 3, then Q with respect to delta. These are the differentiation of non-linear equation. So since they are non-linear equation and differentiation, so the inverse of this need to be calculated again and again, and this cannot be done directly because of the non-linearity. We do the iteration technique here. We apply the iteration technique to solve or to obtain this power angle delta 2, delta 3, and voltage and all the voltages. Now, this is about the Newton-Raphson method of solving the load flow equations. Now you see here, and these are the minimum number of equations, but we know in the state estimation we require the measurements more than the minimum number. And here you see our transmission line is like this: resistance, inductance, and these are the susceptances. Transmission line is like this, and we will add few more equations. More equation means what is the power flow. We know in the Newton-Raphson method or in the load flow study, we have included the equations Pi and Qi, that is the injected power. But here we are going to add some more equations that about the what is the power flow in the line. Earlier we have included the injected power at the bus, net injected power. But here we will include what is the power flow into the transmission lines. So this is our transmission line. Sometime if it is short transmission line, or otherwise also we exclude this susceptance value and we consider only R and L. So now you see what are the power flow equations. First of all, we will see the power flow equations. Later on, we will describe how the estimation is done. Say this we know from the load flow study that I bus is equal to Y bus injected power. The formula of the injected power Pi plus JQi. We already calculated this in this equation. This equation we have seen in the load flow study. These are the power flow equations or load flow equations. In addition to that, now you see this equation. Are you able to see this equation? ये दिखाई पड़ रही है आपको? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if it is, you can see it in the this mode also. Yes, this equation. This is the V. Now you see from here actually this is the ith bus, this is the jth bus, power flowing into this. If the voltage of this is Vi and voltage of this is Vj, so what will be the power flowing from here to here? And power angle is delta I, and here power angle is Vj, delta J. So Vi delta I, Vj delta I. So what will be the power flowing into this? Power flowing will be the V. Power flowing from this point to this point will be the Vi complex conjugate, or or you can say complex conjugate of power is the V complex conjugate I. मतलब V, what is the voltage here at I bus, and what is the current? And current, what about the current? Current flowing from here to here is the Vi minus Vj divided by this impedance. Is it clear or not? ठीक है? Clear हुआ कि नहीं? Power flowing into this is V complex conjugate I. Vi and I means Vi minus Vj divided by this. So this equation is written here from, yes, V complex conjugate Vi minus Vj by Ij, and power flowing from I to J plus power going to the susceptance, that is the Vij, V complex Vi complex conjugate I, मतलब V square divided by Z. So V square divided by Z is the power going to the susceptance. Sometimes susceptance is neglected, so only this is the power. So if you open this V complex conjugate I into Bij, V complex conjugate I into Bij, V complex conjugate Vj and Vij, this is the equation. Now this equation here, now you see this equation further. Yij means admittance. This is nothing but conductance plus susceptance. We can write it in this form. Bij is Gi plus Jv. And so this was neglected. Now putting this value here, then this equation come. Gi, this is, you see, angle Vi square, Vi and Vi square, Yij, and the angle of Yij is say 5 Yij. This and this Vi and Vj, Yij, and angle of this is this, and angle of this is Vj minus Vj minus. So this is the equation, means power flowing from I bus to the jth bus. So this is Pi plus JQi, active power and reactive power. We can separate real part of this here, and reactive part is the Qi. Okay, so this is the, now putting the value of Yij here, Yij, then in terms of Okay, these are the two equations. This is nothing, we already in the load flow study we know. This Pij, further resolving real and imaginary part and putting the Yij is equal to this. Putting the value of Y in terms of conductance susceptance, we get these two equations, Pi plus Qij. Now what we will do, this is the power flow equation. This is the power flow equation from I to the j, active power. This is the reactive power. And current, how much current is this S square V, because S is equal to V into I. So this is the current flowing Iij. So it means at each transmission line we can have the three equations. One equation is this, another equation is this, another equation is the current. So we can take the three measurement after putting the value of Pi and Qi here. After putting the value of Pi and Qi from those equations here, we can find the Iij. So these three equations now you again come to Newton-Raphson method of the load flow study solution. In the Gauss-Seidel method, in the load flow Newton-Raphson method in the load flow study, now these three equations, in addition to the injected power, we have three more equations at for each line. जितनी ट्रांसमिशन लाइन होगी यहाँ पर ऐसे P2, what is P2? Can you tell, Sangeeta, what is P2? Yes, Sapna, can you tell what is P2?
Sir, real power at active bus.
At which bus?
Real power at second bus.
At second bus. Injected power. It is not, you don't call it the real power. It is the injected real power at the bus number 2.
Yes,
and in addition to this, there will be some say P. It is P2. It is P3. There can be one term from P2 P3. P2 P3 means power flowing from 2 to 3. Similarly, power may be P2 P4. Power flowing from 2 to 4. Similarly, here Qm plus 1 to this, and Qm plus 1 to Qm plus 3. Power flowing from reactive power flowing from this to this. So we have the several equations depending upon number of transmission line. जितनी transmission line होंगी उतनी इसमें active power की equation, power flow equation, उतनी reactive power flow equation, and current equations. So this will be bigger one, and this is the same. We have to obtain. These are the system states which we have to obtain. ये suppose करिए आपके 20 है. This will not be limited to 20. It can be 40. It can be 50. So depending upon the degree of freedom, जितनी ये measurement ज्यादा होंगे उतने ये values हमारी अच्छा निकलेगा. Now how to obtain this? अब ये value भी, now you see what is this. This is the derivative. This is the nonlinear equation. Similarly, P2 P3 just we have seen, जो अभी आपने देखा है, power flow equation, they are also nonlinear equation. Current की equation होंगी, reactive power flow equation होंगी. So these equation are so differentiation of nonlinear equation. This you have to obtain, and this cannot be the size of this. This will not be this size. This will not be a square matrix. Square का मतलब क्या है? It will not be n by n. Size row and column will not be same, because this is row can be as number of measurements are there. Column will be as number of system states are there. So inverse of that cannot be obtained. That's why we require state estimation. Okay, इसमें state estimation की अब आपको जरूरत पड़ेगा. So what again you come on this. अब देखिए, जैसा आपने न्यूटन-रैप्सन मेथड में डेल P2 by डेल डेल्टा 2, डेल P2 by डेल डेल्टा 3 किया था, ऐसे ही आपको PIG विद रेस्पेक्ट टू डेल्टा I, PIG विद रेस्पेक्ट टू डेल्टा J ये निकालना पड़ेगा H निकालने H के लिए. और सिमिलरली दिस जैकोबियन, दिस आर द पार्ट ऑफ द जैकोबियन मैट्रिक्स. सिमिलरली PIG विद रेस्पेक्ट टू वोल्टेज ये भी निकालना पड़ेगा. सिमिलरली PIG विद रेस्पेक्ट टू VJ, VI एंड VJ. दीज आर द इक्वेशंस. तो जो आपका इसमें देखिए, यहाँ पे आपने इनका जो डेरिवेटिव निकालने के बाद में आपने ये वैल्यू निकाला था. जो आपने सॉरी ये आपने निकाला था यहाँ पे वैल्यू, इनको सॉल्व करके डेल पी आई बाई डेल डेल्टा जे ये निकाला था। इसी तरह आपने डेल पी आई जे बाई डेल डेल्टा जे यहाँ पे भी आप सेम ये वैल्यूज डेरिवेटिव इसका निकालेंगे। ये निकल गया। आफ्टर दैट सेम इक्वेशन सिमिलरली आफ्टर दैट इनकी वैल्यू फाइनली वट एवर इट मे बी करंट, सिमिलरली करंट का विद रिस्पेक्ट टू डेल्टा आई, करंट का विद रिस्पेक्ट टू डेल्टा जे, ये वैल्यू भी निकालेंगे just to have the Jacobian matrix complete. And in this case, it is not called as a Jacobian matrix because in the Newton-Raphson method, it was the square matrix and it was called as a Jacobian matrix. But here, it is इसको हमने इसको डेरिवेशन किया है, इसको सारी इक्वेशंस को एक जगह लिख दिया। ये सारी इक्वेशंस को आपने एक जगह लिख दिया। लिखने के बाद नाउ अब H हमारा क्या है? नाउ यू सी H पावर इंजेक्टेड, ये सेम देखिए जो मैं अभी आपको यहाँ बता रहा था न्यूटन-रैप्सन मेथड में, आपको यहाँ बता रहा था ये पावर इंजेक्टेड P2 P3 एंड रिएक्टिव पावर इंजेक्टेड, ये आपका मॉडिफाई हो गया। ये मॉडिफाई होकर क्या बन गया? ये मॉडिफाई होकर अब ऐसे बन गया। अच्छा जस्ट ए मिनट, ये देखिए इसमें P2 with respect to delta है और Q with respect to this है। Now here it becomes the is H इंजेक्टेड। ये PIJ तो है ही, पहले P केवल ये क्रम था, PI PJ QI and QJ इतने था। अब इसके अलावा पावर फ्लो का इक्वेशन बन गया P का with respect to डेल्टा with respect to वोल्टेज, सिमिलरली Q का with respect to डेल्टा with respect to वोल्टेज, ऐसे करंट का with respect to डेल्टा एंड with respect to वोल्टेज। तो ये इक्वेशन हमारा H मॉडिफाई हो गया। नाउ अब देन H वंस यू नो द H, नाउ यू सी H का ट्रांसपोज लेंगे। फॉर स्टेट एस्टिमेशन में क्या करते हैं? H ट्रांसपोज WH state estimation. If you remember, I told there are two things, that is the G means H transport WH and another term was H transport WZ. So H transport G is the H transport W. This is not nothing but it is W. Yesterday we told W, that is the Bain matrix, and Bain matrix was the W1, W2, W3, W4, or if we write in terms of standard deviation, then it is called as R. So whatever may be R inverse, it is nothing but W. H transport WH. Once you know the H transport, now see it is difficult. H since it is linear, non-linear differential equations, even after differentiating, there are non-linear equations. So we will perform H transport. न्यूटन-रैप्सन मेथड में आप देखिए केवल H का इनवर्स कर देते थे, बट यहाँ केवल H के इनवर्स से काम नहीं चलेगा, क्योंकि H हमारा स्क्वायर मैट्रिक्स नहीं है। तो हमने इसका H ट्रांसपोर्ट WH निकालेंगे, जो स्टेट एस्टिमेशन में निकालते हैं। उसके बाद H ट्रांसपोर्ट W निकला और Z निकालेंगे, H ट्रांसपोर्ट WZ। इसके इनवर्स को H ट्रांसपोर्ट WZ में मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, देन वी विल गेट, ये वही है कि G, आफ्टर डूइंग दैट वी विल गेट द वैल्यू x1 x2। तो जो हमारा डेल्टा पावर x1 x2 x3 मीन डेल्टा पावर एंगल एंड वोल्टेजेस वी विल ऑब्टेन, एंड देन वी विल सी whether the result obtained is okay or not, whether is there any bad data or not. So the same procedure we will follow. Here there is some example taken. This is a 15 bus system, load flow study is performed, then state estimation is performed, and with these equations, all these equations, there is some input data. ये 14 बस सिस्टम है, इसका इनपुट डाटा है। इनपुट डाटा मीन्स ट्रांसमिशन लाइन का, सॉरी वो so this is a 15 bus system. We know transmission line data means what is the resistance reactance of this, what is the injected power, all that, and we have to obtain voltage and angle. तो लोड फ्लो स्टडी परफॉर्म करते हैं, देन स्टेट एस्टिमेशन इज परफॉर्म। स्टेट एस्टिमेशन में एडिशनल मेजरमेंट्स आर टेकन, लाइन फ्लो कितना है, इसमें करंट कितना है, एक्टिव पावर फ्लो क्या है, रिएक्टिव पावर फ्लो क्या है। ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट वी ऑब्टेन वोल्टेजेस। वी ऑब्टेन द वोल्टेजेस। ये देखिए लाइन डाटा है, ये बस डाटा है, इसके बेसिस पे परफॉर्म करते हैं हम। देन वी ऑब्टेन, जैकोबियन मैट्रिक्स है, एंड स्टेट एस्टिमेशन, ये anyway we perform the state estimation and we find the results। तो हमारा कितना एक्चुअल वोल्टेज एंड व्हाट इज द एंगल दैट वी ऑब्टेन। तो ये दिस इज द रिजल्ट। एक्चुअल रिजल्ट ये था, और कन्वेंशनल मेथड से ये निकला, लोड फ्लो स्टडी से ये निकला, और इस मेथड से स्टेट एस्टिमेशन से ये रिजल्ट निकला, विच इज बेटर देन द प्रीवियस वन। तो इस तरह इन दिस वे वी परफॉर्म द स्टेट एस्टिमेशन ऑफ द नॉन लीनियर डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशंस। तो यहाँ तक किसी को कुछ पूछना है? Anybody want to ask anything up to now?